menu from the York Hall in Bethnal Green. Super middleweights, Chris Johnson from Canada against Darren Ashton from Stoke-on-Trent. Johnson, a real hot prospect, unbeaten, managed by Frank Maloney, and definitely a real handful. His opponent, Darren Ashton from Stoke-on-Trent. This will be scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds. And the talk ringside is that Darren Ashton is going to do very well indeed to still be around at the final bell. Quite a light hitter, Ashton, which is not good news when you're going up against an opponent of real quality like Chris Johnson. Had a couple of fights this year, lost them both on points, a little bit unfortunately, so he's durable. But this is a real step up in class for him. Ultra-confident Chris Johnson, bronze medalist in the Barcelona Olympics 4 years ago, a Commonwealth Games gold medalist back in 1990, 14 fights, 14 wins, and fully expects to make it 15 out of 15 here.
This is an international super middleweight contest. Firstly, and introducing to fighting out the blue corner, he's wearing the yellow trunks of the red trim, and weighing in 12 stone and 4 pounds. He's from Stoke-on-Trent. Would you please welcome Darren Ashton? And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, fighting out the red corner, he's wearing the white trunks trimmed with red. He weighed 12 stone 5.5 pounds. He's from Canada. Would you please welcome Chris Johnson?
Chris Johnson really does look the part. Larry O'Connell staying in the ring for this contest that's scheduled for 8 3s. Just some final instructions to both fighters, but Johnson considered such a red-hot prospect, Bob, that Darren Ashton is a good survivor and a good solid pro. He's going to be really up against it here. That's the thinking going into this fight anyway.
That's right. Johnson, I'm looking forward to seeing Johnson. He's supposed to be a class act. I missed his British debut. Saw him as an amateur and was impressed. His British debut, he stopped Darren Griffiths in 3 rounds, which is a good performance. Griffiths, a Welsh southpaw who is just around the fringe of the British title scene, so that was a good start.
And now up against Darren Ashton. Good little combination, looks very loose, very relaxed. Snaking in that long left jab. A switch left hand to the body, definitely mixing it up pretty well early on here. And Ashton knows he's in with a contender.
It was a quality move there, a little left hook to the body and then a sway away. He knew which counter was coming, he knew where it was going to come from, and he's just made him miss by a fraction.
Good body shot again, good left hand into the body. That's 3 in this round already and a couple more there, good combination.
I think he feels he hurt Ashton with those.
Some fighters just look classy even when they're moving around, and certainly you can say that about Chris Johnson. He does look the part. Which is usually the curse of the commentator. That means he'll end up flat on his back in about 30 seconds.
It has happened.
It certainly has. I don't think it's going to happen on this occasion though. Johnson looks super. made to miss there. Just seemed to cover up a bit as well. Did get hurt and hit on his knees as well. And Johnson's going to have to watch that. Ashton may not get up. It's a short little punch that hurt him. Up at 8. Larry O'Connell having a good look, but I don't see this going much further.
No, he went down to get away from the punches there. He was hurt by that
body shot.
again.
The body shot's going in again. Johnson is mixing it up. Look at that. And Larry O'Connell has seen enough.
No complaints either.
Oh, that really was impressive. Darren Ashton, who's been the distance in his last 2 fights and is a good old pro, was just simply broken apart. Johnson switched his attack from the body to the head and got his man down as well.
Yes, I think Ashton went down to get away from the punches as much as anything. He was hurt by an uppercut and then hurt again by another one, and just thought, that's it, down I go, get a rest, get out of the way of this for a minute. And then he got an extra one as he was almost touched down. And yes, Ashton's grinning. He knows he's been in with a class act.
So a 7th stoppage for Chris Johnson, the Canadian, who really is a name to watch for the future. That's 15 wins out of 15 for Frank Maloney's hot prospect. Darren Ashton just not good enough. Chris Johnson moves on to bigger and better things.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes and 20 seconds of round 1.
Just so you know, in the truck I have real difficulty hearing you. I'm just vaguely conscious that you're talking, but not by much. So Johnson the winner by first round stoppage.
First time I heard him when he seemed to speak up afterwards. I hadn't heard him until Starry. Yeah, it's very good. He's beaten this guy.
Yes, that is better, thanks. Sorry, yeah, that is better. Yeah. You have to sort of keep it up a level if there's any shouting. Right. Okay.
Are they queuing? Are they tell us to cue the MC? I'll do it. I don't mind. I'll cue the MC as long as they're happy with that.
We're going to cue the MC from down here if that's okay with you guys. Good. Is it David Starry and John Duckworth next? Well, at least you've got plenty for your 2-hour program. Yeah, get the Indians out of the way and that's it.
You hang a picture, you change its position, and soon your wall looks like a dartboard. Introducing the Does It Handy Hanger. Nothing does it like does it. Just place a handy disc on the applicator and watch the special adhesive heat up. Press it on the wall, and that's it. Use the Does It Handy Hanger on painted walls, on wood paneling, on wallpaper. It safely holds up to 10 pounds and more, yet it can be removed as easily as it attaches, without leaving any mark at all. Does it on tile. It even does it on glass. And look, your Does It Handy Hanger also comes with these utility hooks. Use them in the kitchen, the bathroom, even in your tool shed. You get everything for $29.95. Order your Does It Handy Hanger now.
Use your credit card and call toll-free 1-800-321-5100 or send $29.95 plus $5.95 shipping to Does It Handy Hanger, PO Box 7129, Department 404, Buffalo, New York.
So we've just seen Chris Johnson looking very impressive at super middleweight, and will stay in that division as well as David Starry takes on John Duckworth. This a rematch of a fight which Starry won on points in September. Duckworth out for revenge. Two young men, both aged 22, hoping to make a bit of a name for themselves. John Duckworth from Burnley, the first to appear. Been around a little bit, Duckworth. 33 fights. Tends to lose more than he wins, but a real good journeyman. In case you're wondering, no, he's not from West Ham. In the claret blue there, he's actually from Burnley. That's Turf Moor colours rather than Upton Park colours. From Turf Moor in Burnley to Portman Road, Ipswich, which is home for David Starry. 22-year-old, unbeaten in 10 fights, absolutely brimming with confidence. He's had 2 fights this year, won them both inside a round. Former ABA champion. When they met in September, Bob, Duckworth showed some craftiness to go the distance with him.
Yes, he's an awkward man, a southpaw, a boy who knows how to defend himself, and he made life difficult for Starry and survived the distance. So let's see whether Starry can do any better this time.
He's from Burnley, would you please welcome John Duckworth.
The winner of 10 of his 33 fights.
He's wearing the black trunks, he weighed in at 11 stone and 12 pounds. He's from Bury St Edmunds, would you please welcome David Starry.
And very popular indeed.
Your referee is Mr. Duckworth. This is 6 winning rounds.
Scheduled for 6, Starry in the black trunks, Duckworth in the claret and blue. Our referee for this contest, Tony Walker. Definitely a future British champion in the making, David Starry. He's got to get over obstacles like John Duckworth and do so convincingly. Maybe that's why they've gone for this rematch, because it went the distance in September in Battersea. Maybe Starry wants an opportunity to show what he can do, and of course a win here could put Duckworth right back up the British ratings. Starry looking to get in the ascendancy early.
Yes, I think their idea here is to give Starry another chance to see if he can find a way through the defences and stop this man, because they have found it difficult to match him. It's been hard to get people to meet Starry because he's so good, because he's such a good prospect.
10 straight wins for the East Anglian. Duckworth a good survivor though. Nice little shot coming in there from Starry. There's the psychology of boxing, isn't there, Bob? So you look at Starry's movement and his body language. He's a man who expects to win this fight.
Oh, very much so. He's brimming with confidence, isn't he?
Switching stance there as well.
I think that's because he's got a southpaw in front of him and he just wants to change the angles a bit. It's not so easy to break a southpaw down, especially a slippery one like this. Duckworth's an awkward, gangling sort of opponent.
Getting through a couple of times here early. David Starry. Another good shot. And not a good round this for Duckworth, who's getting pushed around a bit in there. And not looking very happy. Oh, good shot. That could be it.
That was a beautiful punch. It really was a tremendous left uppercut.
Up at 7, but shaky. And it's waved off. Wow, that was impressive from David Starry. The distance last time, 1 round this time, and Duckworth needed help back to his corner. That really was a super uppercut.
Yes, set him up with a body shot, hurt him with the body shot, and then took his time. This is impressive. And waited for that. What a good punch.
Just a crunching shot. So, an 11th win and a 7th knockout for David Starry against an opponent who'd taken him the distance just 9 months earlier. But John Duckworth was always out of his depth there, and really it was only a matter of time. I think the only surprise was that the finish came as quickly as it did. Let's get the formalities from John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes and 40 seconds of round 1. With Duckworth in no condition to continue. Your winner, David Starry.
2 minutes and 40 seconds. And handshakes at the end there, but this was a very, very different David Starry that John Duckworth faced tonight. And this is a young man who's got British title prospects written all over him.